team. Compare and contrast the first quarter, what was going so well, versus what changes in the fourth and it gets away.
Stops and running, uh, getting to the paint, transition. I think we're really starting to excel, and I think when we slow the game down, that's where we have to be better.
Do you feel like you had problems with the zone defense that they were throwing at you at times tonight?
I think it was very unexpected. Um, at most times when they did throw it, we were coming out of ATL, so we're like expecting this drop play and trying to execute that, and then on the fly we're adjusting. I think adjusting early was kind of the main thing when it did happen, because it was like for us, it didn't feel like they were going to it for like a whole 2 3 minutes. It was just sporadic out of nowhere, and then it was effective.
And how difficult has it been, with guys going out, during the course of the year just to figure out these lineups and how do you fit and how you get consistent looks when, it's really been unclear, what's the starting lineup going to be, how's the bench unit going to come together? I guess what's that process been like, during these past couple of weeks?
I think with all new things, it's just different. But that's just been, like the theme of these past 3 years. Just accepting change, injuries, and just playing with different people. And that's just part of the league. It just comes with the game. And I think as a professional, you got to know, speaking for myself, how to adapt. Going up against a Mavericks team, the best way to understand how to play with guys is understand their defense. What kind of looks we're going to look at, how they like to play, and then from there, we game plan and talk together and execute.
I mean, to that about being able to adapt, a lot of guys are maybe in different roles, even so early on, that maybe we were talking about in the preseason. We talked about you being the sixth man at some point. Now you've been thrust into the starter role with guys being injured. How do you think guys have adjusted to these new roles early on with, maybe not ones that were planned even a few weeks ago with, these guys being out?
As for me, I just measure like how hard guys are. Where's the intent? I believe everyone's trying to do right, so I'm not gonna call anybody out to say I think this guy and that guy. I just think it's about, like you said, everyone's role is new, and so when you grow up playing the game and you learn a certain role and you make a niche on one thing, and then on the fly you got to change something. I mean, going for all humans in all different things. You can apply it to any sport. And I just think that, as for me, as long as guys are trying to play hard and play the right way, that's what matters, because at the end of the day, we're trying to win.
Obviously, when you get your two big guys back, that's 50-something points a game. You get hurt back, it's a big defensive piece. How do you think when guys' roles change again, when those come back, that you'll be in a better position because of what you've kind of gone through in this first stretch?
I mean, most definitely. It's exciting, and everyone's getting better from it. The opportunities, the minutes, the game reps, just seeing the floor, going through that tough time, because there's light at the end of the tunnel, and that's what helps. Everyone's going to get better from it, and then when they come back, to see that in every game, we are there without them. And to go against teams who have their full squads and still be respectably in the game down 8 with maybe 2 3 minutes left, that's something we could have adjusted. And that I can bring up every point from every game. And so, therefore, I think it only makes us as a stronger team.
Is it still encouraging that in this stretch of losses, there's really kind of only been that it was just out of it by the last 5-6 minutes?
Most definitely. Because when it comes to the game, you got to think positive. You got to think even keel. But at the end of the day, like, there's so many factors to look at. So if you wanted to look at just negative, it could seem really bad. If you want to look at just positive, it could seem really good. And it's just one of those things we have to go through as a team. I believe it's going to make us stronger, and it only makes the story better.
Do you have to look at it? Do you have to balance that out when you're looking at these games, to look at a little bit of negative so you can see where to improve, but to give yourself that little bit of boost?
Yeah,
That's on the other
yeah.
side of it.
I mean, most definitely. I think a competitive sport, you're constantly comparing and trying to one up and think, okay, what did I do wrong to better? But you can be completely blind to what you're doing well, and in that process lose yourself trying to win because you're frustrated that you're not. And I think it's important to remember what you're doing well so you continue to do it. Give yourself grace, but at the same time, hold yourself accountable, hold each other accountable, and try to improve as players and humans.
Yeah, along with that theme, we talked a lot about your offense this year. Something Willie mentioned was, the ball finds energy. He thought that was something you did well tonight, playing with energy, and the offense kind of came with that. How much did you kind of feel that out your energy kind of feeding into your offense, kind of, being a little better than they had in the past few weeks?
I think I just tonight really stopped feeling sorry for myself. Everyone will say it. I'm my biggest critic, but tonight I just really went out there and said I'm just gonna leave it all on the floor. I'm gonna trust who I am, and I'm really going to continue to be aggressive. The DMs, the comments, they don't mean nothing because I got here being who I am, and I'm going to continue to be who I am. So for those who don't like it, that's okay, because I got my team who backs me up, got a coach who backs me up, and friends, family, and that's all I need.
Yeah, how tough is it when you feel, 3-4 games go by and not kind of have it, just kind of cave in on yourself and kind of, like you said, just start, thinking about it too much? How difficult is that to kind of just get out of that and just focus on the moment?
For me, it's difficult only just because I want to be really good, and I care a lot. I care about winning. I care about the team. I care about being the best player I can be every night, and I hold myself to a different standard. And so it gets frustrating to not meet that bar that I'm setting every night. But at the end of the day, just going back to what I said earlier, I gotta be able to find grace. Can't focus on just negative, and just take it one day at a time.
Thanks, Gil.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, too.
Yep.